we have an update from Wonky Kang once more. As mentioned the last time, they were going to re-investigate based on the critiques of the KMS players, how the compensation was going to go, who was going to get it, how much it was going to be. And we're hearing a lot of information floating around, so we'll get into it. We'll see what KMS is getting. Now, what is going to be copied over for GMS, we'll have to wait until a proper official GMS announcement. But this is what KMS is getting. And I saw that there's also some more disclosure on exact rates on everything, which is legally required, right? That they share all of this. This is not like them being upfront and going above and beyond, but this is them meeting like the bare requirements of legally. But so, restoring customers' trust, queue probability and logic, and further compensation. So 3 new roses have been posted on the MapleStory homepage, along with the new pages for certain probability type items. This includes, we will try our best to change to restore customers' trust. Another letter from the director Kang Won-ki about this situation and what Nexon plans to do in the future. Cube's potential reset logic and detailed probability release. Don't be alarmed by the numbers for this. KMS's tier-up rates are horrible compared to ours, but I believe their cubes are also cheaper. If you compare them like to the dollar. But those rates are going to look horrible. Their tier-up rates are quite something else. It does mean that for reboot, though, we have like quite a big benefit there, but you know. Which details all the probability of cubes, including both tier-up rates and rates for each line, and the additional option, situations, compensation, and entire reward information, which has additional compensation for additional options, ability, as well as further compensation for all players. So, let's get into the big letter. We've greatly disappointed our customers who have been dedicated to MapleStory. Once again, I sincerely apologize. He's apologizing profusely. As well as additional option situation, we have realized the undeserved love that customers sent to MapleStory and are deeply reflecting on that. We will deeply engrave the voices of our customers who criticized us so that we can become a better MapleStory. Man, they're really losing. They're really losing subscriber. They're groveling. To avoid repeating mistakes like this going forward, we have thought very carefully about the path that MapleStory should take. We apologize for not being able to respond faster. MapleStories and other Nexon games going forward, probability release reflects the results of MapleStory customers' previous voices. Beginning with this announcement, we promise to become a more transparent and reliable game for our customers. That's all we asked for the past 16, 17, 18 years, bro. That's, well, I guess 15 to 16 years in GMS. Let's not overreact. That's all we wanted for the past almost 2 decades. We apologize for the inexcusable actions. We will start again through deep self-reflection. Okay. We focused only on adding new content while neglecting to understand and verify the live service's underlying systems. It is embarrassing, but we did not completely understand content which was developed in the past, and there was a lack of effort for history management and system specifications, which are the most important things for live game development. We apologize once again for greatly disappointing our customer because of this. I mean, I wonder to which extent it was just like willful neglect, and to which extent it was such spaghetti code that it was like, we're not going to pay people to like dig in there until we absolutely have to. And this was definitely a giant wake-up call, as in like, you absolutely have to. A bunch of you guys probably work in IT, probably a bunch of computer science people. If you like end up in some new company and you work in IT and you're still like green and you have like good intentions and all that stuff, and you know exactly what you want to do, and then you open up like a single computer program and you're like, what the hell is this? A lot of times you're just doing patchwork. You're not like, the best thing would be to look through the whole thing and redo the whole thing, but there's no budget, there's no time for any of that. You just do patchwork, and then after a while you lose your soul, because the hopeful, the hopeful new computer engineer that you thought you were going to be, and the change that you thought you were going to enact, you become just another cog in the machine where you just patch and band-aid to make sure that it keeps working at a reasonable level, rather than making something beautiful that will stand the test of time. So yeah, that's not to like excuse everything that happened. Of course, this is all like very troubling. But I think a lot of people have a pretty naive view on like, oh, just redo the code forehead. It's a crazy amount of work for like 18 years of patch code to redo that is time spent writing documentation is time that could be spent developing. Yeah, maybe. We're truly embarrassed as this reveals the developer organizations excuse me, bare face, and we are being very careful since we do not know how our customers will accept it. However, we promise to do our best to make up for our mistakes, and from now on we will proceed with a thorough re-verification and specification of past content while looking at various angles from the customer's point of view. I'm a software engineer, totally don't get how it got to this level. In most cases, there is full understanding of what code is running behind the product that you are releasing. That would be a different story if you hired a third party to write the initial code and there was no... Yeah, and it was like Wizet and other... I don't know. I don't know how much of this is like a legitimate excuse and how much of this is just like... It's just like, well, we didn't really look into it. Nightwalker gameplay this stream? Yeah, we already got 7 levels on the Nightwalker. We're going to do the last 2 levels probably after this. Okay, get that 210. Lack of quality assurance, that's probably a big part of it. And then feedback within the system, right? We provide a live service that prioritizes customers' feelings and experiences. We apologize for causing inconvenience to many customers for the patches that did not meet customers' expectations. Yeah, that's another thing, right? I think there were like 2 patches in KMS that were received very poorly. It wasn't Neo, but was it Awake and the one before that? Where I feel like for GMS, those were pretty good patches, but in KMS, people were very unhappy. And they were expecting like way more and different things, and they were expecting a new class earlier and all of that. And there was already gradual dissatisfaction there. In any case, if a customer had a negative experience, it is a good idea to apologize and correct it quickly for any reason. But I'm reflecting on my decision not to do so. Wait. In any case, if a customer has a negative experience, it is a good idea to apologize and correct it quickly for any reason. I don't think so. You shouldn't be apologizing for anyone. Negative experience can mean a lot of things. But I'm reflecting on my decision not to do so. So he's walking back from and going towards doing that. We certainly should have told you in detail what we had in mind, but we did not even do that. We sincerely apologize. Our development direction and content should have flexibly reflected the prioritization of customers' opinion and experiences, but we neglected that. Going forward, we will listen better to our customers' voices. When we have an update, we will describe the development intentions in detail so that customers can fully understand them. Okay. That's part of the transparency stuff, I guess. We'll supplement the negative experiences of probability type systems. Currently, MapleStory has a variety of probability type systems. Because of this, we think that MapleStory can remain a healthy game for a long time by generating income. By supplementing the negative experiences felt in probability type systems, starting from this probability release, we will closely analyze probability type systems in games, supplement their shortcomings, and improve them. In addition, we will prepare the introduction of a real-time monitoring system which allows customers to directly verify that every element using probability is functioning normally. Wait, a real-time monitoring system which will be accessible to customers? Oh. Wonder how they're going to do that. Woba, what's up, dude? Bienvenue. Bien revenu. How you doing, bro? Comment vas-tu? It's functioning normally. The system will be applied to all Nexon games and will be introduced quickly. Okay. We will think deeply about MapleStory's future together with everyone. In the meantime, many customers have used their voices through various channels such as the community, customer-centered discussion boards, and surveys. However, we sincerely apologize for frustrating customers by not sharing the thoughts and plans of the development team. For now, we think deeply about how to actively reflect the valuable opinions of our customers. In addition, we will listen to the sincere opinions of our customers for MapleStory's future direction. And maybe content creators? Question mark? Please leave your opinions on the homepage's discussion board so our development team can take them into consideration more. We will reorganize our homepage as soon as possible so customers can share their opinions more conveniently. In 2021, we will prioritize improvements and maintenance for existing systems and service for the customer's point of view, and focus on creating an environment that customers can trust and enjoy. As director of MapleStory, which has grown based on the support and love of millions of customers, I feel a great sense of responsibility. Going forward, the development team will do our best to create a reliable MapleStory, even if it takes some time. We realize that our customers' loving advice and encouragement is the foundation for becoming a better MapleStory. MapleStory needs our customers' voices going forward. We'll definitely hear your voices, listen and answer more carefully. Okay, we'll keep in mind that MapleStory goes beyond a simple game service because it's also a fashion simulator. It's not a world filled with millions of customers' feelings, and we'll do our best to make you travel for a long time in Maple World. Sincerely, MapleStory's director, Kang Won-ki. Okay. Cube's potential reset and detailed logic and detailed probability release. Hello, this is MapleStory. Wow, it's a real person. We're releasing Cube's potential reset logic and detailed probability. We'll explain. Yeah, cool. Increasing potential tier of each cube. So again, like this is gonna look horrible. NA has different rates, but whenever everyone is like talking about how hard we have it in GMS and everything, and how how much we need potential badges and all that stuff, and I'm just thinking of the content and how it's designed and balanced for KMS. And like these kind of things that they have to deal with. Unique to legendary on black cube is a 1% chance to tier up, by the way. So that's like an average of 100 black cubes, right? Red cube is 0.3%, so that's an average of 333 red cubes to get from unique to legendary. Just, I think the cubes are a bit cheaper there, but still, like those are the rates. Actually, I think for Reboot the prices are the same, but we have a higher meso multiplier on top of the higher tier up rates as well. I guess GMS will have to post their own percentages as well, which I guess we kind of know through simulation, but probability of deciding potential line tier based on line position of each cube. So this is a bit different than what I thought, because I knew it was 10-1, but I thought it was 10-1 and 22, but it's 25 apparently, which makes more sense why black cubes are so much do have like a significant improvement of having a third line tier prime line at 5% versus 1. That is quite a lot better. Additional cube is of course only for additional potential. That's for non-reboot only. As reboot players, those numbers don't mean anything for us. But you do see that the tier up rates for that are quite bad as well. Like rare to epic upgrade chances less than 5%. Epic to unique less than 2%, 0.5% unique to legendary. And then the chance on legendary for second line being prime is 0.5%, and for the third one also 0.5%. Like bonus potential is so expensive. Cubes have a potential line reset logic. Within the same equipment type, the types of potential lines when reset are determined based on the equipment level. Red cubes and black cubes have the same type of potential lines when reset. True, but we do have Meister cubes still that do some other stuff sometimes. Based on equipment type, there are different types of potential lines when reset. Within secondary weapons, force shields and soul rings cannot get max MP increase or plus percentage max MP lines. This does not apply to additional potential lines. Wait. Secondary weapons, force shields and soul rings cannot get max MP or percentage max MP? Is that already a thing or is that a new thing? I don't know. Do we get MP now on secondaries? I'm not 100% sure. Following potential lines can only appear once out of the 3 lines when resetting, increasing all skill levels, increase invincibility time after being hit. Man, I was I was fully expecting to for them to put here like decrease skill cooldown by X seconds. If they put that here, people would be like, ugh! Or like a crit damage +8 or something. The following potential lines can only appear twice out of 3 lines when resetting. Ignore monster defense plus. Well, that explains why I've never rolled triple ignore defense. Ignore damage percentage after being hit by a certain... Okay, these should appear 0% of the time. Invincibility from a certain amount of time after being hit with a certain probability. Damage when attacking boss monsters. Oh, that's why you can't get triple boss damage either. This explains so much. And item drop rate %. Oh... Yeah, because I've seen triple meso, and I've seen double meso with drop and double drop with meso, but I don't think I've ever seen a triple drop. You seen triple ID before? Really? Show a screenshot. Prove it. Prove it. You have proof? Damn, liar. No, I'm just kidding. It doesn't say that it's prime. They just say potential lines. So it doesn't have to be prime. But why? I don't know. I'm not sure. The reason why the logic doesn't allow... Oh, well, right. The answer is right here, dude. The reason why the logic doesn't allow certain potential lines to appear together, such as boss, 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 or ID, ID, is because when legendary potential was first added in August 2011, we wanted to prevent exceeding the balance threshold for bossing, hunting, and acquiring items at that time. So this is not enough. So you're like, okay, this is part of the logic, and the reason that the logic is there because in 2011 we didn't like it. So you have to at least add, and we reviewed these restrictions, and we still stand by them to this day, right? You have to add that last part, because if you don't add that last part, it's like, well, we're doing it now because this is how we've always done it. It's not, which is never a good. Which is never a good reason or motivation, especially if you just wrote like a giant letter about how you're going to change and move forward and be more transparent, right? So it's important here to add, we did it in 2011, and we reviewed it now with this in 2021, and we stand by this decision. We did the calculations, we did the balance check, blah, 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 and we stand by it, right? That's important to add. So I would say that that's a miss so far. Other than that, I don't have too much to say about all this. I mean, negative to say, I guess. Cube's potential lines reset probability. You can check the reset probability of potential lines, which is based on the above potential reset logic and the weight of each potential line through the links below. The type of values of potential lines based on equipment level are the same for level 120 or higher equipment, so they are shown level 20 or higher equipment. Certain equipment types are shown as level 100, as that is the most commonly used level. Through the links, if you look at the probability of resetting a lines for each cube, you can see there are certain equipment where the probability to get plus percentage critical damage line is duplicated. This is because the past percentage minimum maximal critical damage lines were changed to this line. There's no effect of the probability of specific lines when using cubes on a certain job or certain type of equipment. I don't know, man. I feel like warriors get a lot of int and mages get a lot of strength, bro. I don't know, man. This is probably, yeah, some of it is probably biased, but this is almost like getting to the level of jump plus all stat flame territory, bro. I don't know. There are no problems such as changing the set weights to another value. I don't know, bro. Don't forget about archers and defense lines. I mean, yeah, that's definitely... It's probably feels worse because of bias and because of focusing on it because it's so close. But yeah, there's some... I just got 3 int on my shade on an epic pot. Yeah, there you go. Probability items. Oh, we don't need that third one. I'm not going to translate the page above, but Google Translate should be enough. You can see the tier up rates, probability of getting prime lines second and third, as well as the chances of each potential line. Okay. Why does it have such trouble opening it just because it's written in Korean? Like this happens as well if you open like a Chinese site or something. It has like such trouble loading it. Potential reset actual results verification. These are verification values for the probability of increasing potential tiers and probability of increasing... we have confirmed that there are no changes to the potential reset probabilities other than the officially announced Miracle Time event. Why is it all a little bit lower then though? This is 1% lower. 1.6% lower. Oh, a little bit higher here. Yeah, but this sample size is probably really small. Like, how many times are going to use a black cube on rare and actually check for like third line primes? Logic related to setting potential using cubes was applied. So basically, they're gonna make it so that this becomes publicly visible, so that you can check if like the total numbers are accurate or not. Can I check the photo you sent? Not while I'm streaming, because I don't know what it's gonna be. Also, I linked you a video asking me if your range is good or not. Shows that you're like missing. Fundamentally, like a balance of like what the game is about. Your range is not a good indicator at all of anything. I could say good or bad right now, and it would be equally viable after I look at the picture. Range is not a good indicator anymore, so it's probably a good idea to check the video that I linked to you, and then look at whether. Then basically that also will answer your question on if you're on the right way or not with your character. It's a little bit of a longer answer than what you're looking for. You're looking for yes or no, but if I would say yes or no, it wouldn't really help you. But checking out the video will help you. Okay. God, what is this? Translate. Yes, translated, baby. Option setting probability red cubes. Yeah, just 10, 110, 1. Yeah. Oh, here's the weight of all the lines. Oh, God. Well, time to make those cubing simulators. Horsepower plus 12. Shit. Equipment classification, weapon. Rare weapon 120 or higher. So wow, so this is the weight for all the cubes and all the. Damn. Legendary. Emblem. On level 100. The chance of getting 40% IED is 0.0571%. Wow. Okay. Chance of getting horsepower is the same. And then luck stat is double that. Ish. Double that, yeah. The chance of getting 30% boss is 7.4%. All stat 6%, 9.9. On the on the third line, sorry, yeah. So it's really low here. On the first line, it's 5.7% chance. It's crazy, right? There's only 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13 options for first line. But there's so much variance here that messes with you. Horsepower per 10 levels per character plus 1. Damn. So much horsepower. So it's still not exactly correct, right? Because you do have those exceptions I talked about. So you might have like, what is it, 5.7% chance to get like 40% IED. And then here you have 6.75% of rolling it again. But then if you have 2 IEDs, then the IED here becomes 0%. So does the other 7.4% go to all the other ones then? By their current weight? Probably, right? So there are those exceptions. It's gonna be interesting that secondary what? Weapon excluding shield and something. Okay, that's hard to read when it's. What about boss damage? It's an emblem. Emblems don't have boss damage. So you can see all the junk lines. Oh god, what is this? Secondary weapons. Oh, look at that. Oh, this is why secondary weapons are so much worse. So much worse than emblems. Especially in Epic, dude. This is why I didn't go for 2 lines on Epic. So bad. %10 chance to ignore 20% damage. 10% chance to ignore 40% damage. Oh, okay. So these are both prime lines. Wow. And this is all with red cubes, and then this is all with black cubes. Okay, so... Okay, so all interesting to look at. Release in-game probability, type items, verification results. Oh. Separate page notice the next one releases show the verification of actual results of many different probability times in the game. Oh, so that's that. Okay. It will not translate it fully, but it'll try to include the main points. You can use Google. Yeah. Boss rewards equal probability verification. All boss rewards will have a certain drop probability, and they are not affected by any factors other than item equipment drop rate increasing lines. When Arcane Shade set, Absolute set items are dropped, there is an equal probability for each item within the equipment type. Man, are they going to include this for Kana, and then they're going to show that there are like 2 fan drops in the code for Kana? Which will like explain why Kanas are getting so many fucking fans. Or Xenon has 2 weapons and then gets from different types, yeah. Scroll item successful failure probability verification. All scroll trace scrolls. So spell traces, blah, blah, blah. So this is all, yeah, this is all for non-reboot. Verification for all of those scrolls. That's a lot. Additional options, situations, compensation, and entire reward information. This is a compensation plan we have prepared together, and with a sincere apology for customers who have been hurt by this additional. So this is the real, this is going to be the real compensation. The last one was the one that they thought would be good enough, and then people still flipped their shit, and then they were like, okay, we need to do even more. English. What is this? Night Helm quantity. Shining Road. Isn't that the rod? Breath Shooter. That's a soul shooter, right? Oh, this is how many drops? How many weapons? Wow, look at how close those numbers are. But for some reason, the soul shooters are super, super low. I guess nobody plays Angelic Buster in KMS? Is that... Oh, that's Kane's weapon. Ah, okay. And because Kane is so new. Wait, is this the... Is this really implying that people play... That there's this, like, healthy of a balance between all the classes in KMS? Really? The suit? Nobody cares about the suit. Man, if they do this sheep shoulder, that's pretty low. Shoulder drop rate seems pretty bad, bro. Not gonna lie. Look at how many capes versus how many shoulders. There's a huge difference. I think the main thing is going to be once they add Kana here. Wait, who's X? Is that Xenon? Is Xenon X? Once they add two-handed X, broad X. Once they add Kana to this, that number is going to be double everyone else's for GMS. Monday to Saturday usage record. Pure. Oh my god. So is this going to be accessible pretty much at all times? %70 horsepower, intellect order. Dexterous order is not effective guild skill. Jeez, okay. I'll just send this to my mom so she can stop tinfoil hatting every time when she Star Forces and she's like, well, it's just lower odds now that there's an event and now everyone is failing and spending more money. I'll just send her this and like, okay, show me where the numbers are. And then we'll do that, okay? Then we'll have that conversation. Who's the intern that's going to translate this for official GMS? I mean, Google Translate already does most of it. Horsepower gets you every time. So much math, yeah. You just like my mom? Oh, you feel the same way. Yeah. Okay, so the full meme KMS compensation. Okay, additional options and ability error compensation criteria. You can continue to use the previous rewards from the additional options and ability error compensation information. As compensation for the additional options and ability error, we will distribute 100% of the materials used to change additional options and ability for the last 2 years. So they're doing the same thing they did before with the 10%, but on top of that also 100%. So they just 11-folded their compensation on that. That's a slight increase from 10% to 110%. We apologize once again for not being able to take the entire period into account as only 2 years of data remain due to login retention period limit. Dude, I'm 100% of the last 2 years plus. Dude, I'm gonna have so much stuff. What the fuck? I'm not gonna know what to do with everything. I'm gonna get so many flames. Start cubing? No. It's only up until they announce the compensation. Yeah, because they only have 2 years and some issues are 10 years deep. Yeah. So that seems like the least they can move it up to. Yeah. Okay. Click on the Maple Admin NPC in Hennessy's and main towns. Choose Talk to Maple Admin and choose Second Rebirth Flame Honor Points Trade option to exchange your points for the desired items. So it's going to be like a shop. You're going to have a stack of points and then you can choose what you want to get. Instead of checking records per world, we will now check per Maple ID and you can receive rewards in your desired world. This includes Burning World's user records and you can receive them up to June 16th. June 16th, and this is a thingy from March 5th. So that's a lot longer as well than they said before, right? It was like 1 month and now it's more like 2 months. Hang on, sorry, I scrolled a little bit too far down. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. All compensation and rewards will be given out after the maintenance on March 11th. Yeah, so you have, seems like they'll have 2 months. We ask for patience. It is not possible to proceed more quickly due to the variety and quantity of items. Yeah. Wait, so could I take all of the flames on non-reboot and then sell them there? And then trade it back for Maple points on reboot again? That'd be interesting. If only it was August? Yeah, if only it was during one of the months where people actually play this game. I think I can, but the problem will be that I think for reboot, most of the compensation we're going to get are going to be untradeable flames. And having like untradeable flame service with like millions in non-reboot is probably not going to be super lucrative. For me, once they have this black mark of withholding information on their record, so they don't believe any numbers they have released. Well, the thing is now that they're under much closer look and scrutiny, and there's a lot more laws in Korea right now that they could be like getting fucked on, and people will definitely, a lot of people will hold them more accountable, and if they don't, they get royally screwed. So I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt there, but again, it's also because my standards are pretty low. But yeah, I totally get your side of it too. It does put a huge mark on them for sure. Additional option compensation. We have adjusted the points required to trade for Karma, Black Rebirth Flames, and Black Rebirth Flames, so you can actively try to increase the additional options of items you have while reducing the damage to the value of existing items. Okay, so remember those black cubes are, those black flames are kind of like black cubes in the sense that you can choose if you take the new flame or you take the old one. So by compensation, they're going to make it a little bit cheaper to get those for a fewer amount of points so that you can, with less risk, reflame on items that are already really good. You receive second Rebirth Flame points based on type and number of Rebirth Flames you have used from February 1st, 2019 to February 24th, 2021 at 6 p.m. The exchange ratio is shown below. Okay, so this is still... That's still the same, right? Due to additional options, error strength appeared more often than other stats, so jobs with main stat other than strength were relatively worse off. If you used rebirth, so none of my characters, because I only play strength characters. If you wait, hang on. Are you gonna count Demon Avenger as warriors as strength users? You better not fuck me, Nexon. You better not see my Demon Avenger as a strength user because it's a warrior, okay? You better not fuck me here. HP is a stat, okay? HP users have rights. Also, I probably have used like a total of 20 flames in the last 2 years on my Demon Avenger because I haven't mained it in forever. But, for my DA brothers out there, you better make a fist and keep it until you see the actual compensation. We will give 103%, 106%, 109% of the Rebirth Flame points instead of 100% based on a class that can wear that equipment. Oh god, but what if it's like a two-handed sword that's universal that everyone can wear? Main stat, armor. Archer Pirate. Additional refund ratio, 3%. 3%? Dude, I don't play any thieves. 9%. I don't do any mages. I do a few Archer Pirate, few Dex users. 3% extra. Okay. Twin-handed Sword Bishop. Nice. Wait until you see the lines about being unable to distinguish strength and Dex as main stats for pirates. You can trade your Rebirth Flame points for the items of your choice through the Maple Admin NPC. Second Rebirth Flame points exchangeable items. Okay, here we go. So, acquire points for Karma Black Flames. Was that 10, I believe, and it goes down to 5? And I think it was at... was it at 20 or at 30 here? But this went down by 5 as well. And they expire in 30 days. After you. So you have 2 months to pick them up, and then another month before they expire, so you have 3 months to use them. Yeah, I think it was 30. So 10 here and 30. So half the cost for safe rerolling. It was 10, 10, 30. Okay. Detail knows equipment that can be worn by all classes, warrior equipment, and Xenon equipment will be compensated at a 100% ratio. Rip. For pirates, since it was difficult to clearly separate specific classes which use strength or dex as the main stat, all pirate equipment will have the dex class additional refund ratio of 103. Yes! Arc is winning. Easy clap. Arc getting 103%. Eat shit, Explorer heroes. Explorer warriors. Ability error correction delay compensation. All right. Resetting abilities had the same error as additional options, and all responsibility lies with us for not properly checking this error, which has been neglected for a long time, and for not correcting it in a timely manner. We'd like to relieve the sense of loss a little for users who have acquired their desired abilities through much effort. We will distribute 100% of the materials used to change ability for the last 2 years. In particular, we have added Chaos Circulators to the exchange list to help users who already have their desired... Okay, careful, okay? Chaos Circulators are a trap, alright? You don't tread lightly around Chaos Circulators, alright? Please do your research. Check exclamation mark inner ability. Check that second link with all the possible outcomes. And look if it's even possible to get a better roll and what the odds are of getting a better roll than what you currently have, okay? Don't just blindly throw into a Chaos Circulator. It rerolls your shit and you cannot save your previous option. It rerolls it, alright? For every line, it locks the current rarity and the current type of line, but it randomly rolls a different number within the rarity and within the type of line, alright? So if you have any kind of variance in your line that you have in your inner ability, it will reroll that to a random number. It can be better, it could be worse, alright? So make sure you double check, triple check before you use these. It's not like regular circulators where you can choose your previous. It rolls it, and then that's what you have to deal with, okay? With this item, you can try to improve the values of your inner ability without changing them. This may not be enough comfort for your pain, but we hope that this helps, even in a small way. You receive compensation based on confirmed records from February 1st, 2019 to 24th, 2021, 6 p.m. So this is also on top of the previous one, I think. Although, for this one... For this one, they said you can continue to use the previous rewards and on top of that. But for the inner ability, they seem to only do this one. Although, ability error correction delay compensation. No, I think it's on top of it as well. I think. Because this is for people who had a harder time the whole time. No, I think this... You won't get compensation before tomorrow's 50% off inner ability. No, that's a little unfortunate. However, the 50% off inner ability will work with the new numbers. But yeah, you won't be able to use your compensation points for the upcoming 50% off inner ability. You have to wait until the next one to use that. Attack speed plus 0. Yeah, there's no variance for attack speed, so that one is safe. Type honor. Honor used. 1 second. Oh yeah, no, they make second again. So I think it's first and second. So it must be additional compensation then as well. Okay. So also from 10% compensation to 110. Pretty big jump. They really are trying to keep their KMS player base because I think a lot of people were quitting. Holy shit. Because to make such a huge jump means that there's a huge reaction in the game in the game's community. 8 point per 10,000. That all seems the same, but it's like times 10. Used at legendary rank in Miracle Circulator. Okay. Mungie coin points for reboot, blah blah blah. You can trade your honor points, Mungie coin points, or to say items of your choice. 1 special medal of honor that gives you 10,000 honor for every 1 point. It's priced in 30 days. 1 Mugung medal of honor, tradable permanent. Ooh. And a Mungie coin, untradable permanent. That NPCs for, I think, 10 mil? Any honor used from February 19th, 2021, 9:30 p.m. to February 24th, 2021, 6 p.m., which was used after locking 2 ability lines, will not be included in the compensation. Of course not. People trying to scam. Heartfelt apology to all players. We apologize to the many players who enjoy MapleStory for all the anxiety and confusion caused. Oh, we apologize. Okay. By the additional option situation. Despite all these circumstances, we have prepared a small gift of gratitude and apology to the users who have loved MapleStory consistently and expressed their many voices while worrying about the future. Click on a Maple Admin NPC in Hennessy's or other main towns, choose the Talk to Maple Admin option, then choose the Heartfelt Apology to All Players option to receive the items. Before receiving the items, you must designate one world which will receive all of the items. After designating a world, you can select receive the desired items. Blah blah blah. Once per Maple ID. You can receive the Heartfelt Apology to all players from March 11th to April 21st. PC Room Arcane Shade Weapon Box. Only movable to other characters in the same world. Acquired items are untradeable. Box acquires in 7 days. Acquired items are permanent. Dominator Pendant Box. Choo Choo Island Set Voucher. So this is an arcane. That's like one of those fake arcane weapons, right? Maximum Growth Potion. Typhoon Growth Potion. Neo Growth Potion. Neo Growth Potion 2. Neo Growth Potion 1. Selective Arcane Symbol Voucher 1000. Custom Mixed Die Coupon. 90-day Sherbet Voucher. And Mithra's Triple Experience Coupon Box. Isn't that one of those that gives like 7 of those per week or something that you can click for like 7 weeks? Oh, for 8 weeks. 56 days. Only movable to other characters in the same world. Expires in 30 days. 20 per week? 15-minute triple. Okay. Oh, so it's like 10.5 yeah, okay. So it's like 5 hours of triple per week. For 8 weeks. So 40 hours of triple EXP in a box. That's not bad. Bunch of growth potion. What is the maximum growth potion? Is that another bigger than Typhoon? Is that a free level up to 250? Maybe they'll say it here, I guess. Oh yeah, 1 free level for levels 200 to 249. Not bad. We use the PC Room Arcane Shade Weapon Box. You receive an Arcane Shade Weapon with 15 stars and legendary potential. 15. Weapon gonna be traded, enhanced, cubed, or used with Toad's Hammer. Ugh. 15 star, 15 star fake Arcane? I don't know about that. I mean, that's not even very special if you do get it. Maybe to anvil. Oh no, you can't even anvil it. give it to a mule. Give it to a level 200 mule to look amazing. I guess for Project CRA, we'll give one of them fake arcane. You can flame it. Yeah, you can flame it. There's at least some way that you can upgrade it. Use Dominator Pendant box. You receive a Dominator Pendant with 15 stars, unique potential. Dominator Pendant cannot be traded in Hound's Cube or used to its hammer. Yeah, this is the one with like 15% stat, unique potential, and what is it? 9% crit or 6% crit or something, right? Is it better than 17 Abzo? Yeah, probably, because the base attack of Arcane is way higher, and with the flame, it'll definitely end up higher. Yeah. Can Dominator Pendant be transposed? No. This is one of those fake Dominator Pendants. You cannot transfer hammer or transpose with these items. Not allowed. So this is like, I don't know, this is like a set bonus on a mule kind of thing for reboot. When you use a Choo Choo Island set voucher, you receive the following items. A hat with plus 30 all stat for 180 days. Overall with 300 lol. Cape with 30 all stat for 180 days. Shoes with 50 speed and jump for 180 days. Weapon with 30 weapon and magic attack for 180 days. 3 set effect plus 5 all stat for 3 and 3 weapon magic attack, and 5 set of 10 all stat 7 weapon and magic attack. So we'll be looking at 40 weapon and magic attack and 75 all stat. That's pretty good for 6 months. So everyone is gonna look exactly the same for 6 months, and then there's gonna be like one day you come back one day 6 months from now, and it's like, wait, what? Wait, something's different. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something's different, and suddenly everyone's equips just wore off. So they're all switched back to their old NX. Each growth potion has a different maximum level. If you use them past their maximum level, so the maximum growth potion that you get one of, I think, or KMS gets one of, right? They got 1 and then 3 of all the other ones. So that's 1 free level between 200 and 249, 3 from 200 to 239, 3 from 200 to 229, 219 and 29. So for every decimal, for every 10, you get 3 and then 1 for the last one. When you use a sherbet, oh, that's a pet. Nice. Okay, you receive a sherbet pet, which is used for 90 days. Sherbet pet can be used in both normal worlds and reboot worlds, and has the following properties. It can loot items in a larger area, like Luna Petite pets. It is a multi-pet that can be summoned with other pets. It has auto buff, meso loot, auto HP, auto MP, and extended movement. So this is a vac pet for reboot. It's 90 days. It doesn't say that it can be revived or that it cannot be. The Mytho Triple Experience Box coupon could use for 8 weeks. Oh, it says here, yeah. When you use the box, you receive 20 Triple Experience coupons for 15 minutes. So that's 5 hours per week, and you can use it for 8 weeks. So that's 40 hours in total of Triple EXP, which is that's quite a bit. Which expire in 7 days and are tradable within the world. Oh, they're also tradable within the world. Wow, that's gonna go for something in non-reboot. The experience coupons will be recharged every Monday at 10 a.m. It can be obtained... Oh, up to 5 times. My bad. Sorry, up to 5 times. So only up to 25 hours. Yeah, I was going to say, usually the duration of how many times you can possibly use it is not as many as using it every single time. We will add 2 weeks worth plus 18 days to the attendance of all players' Fairy Bros Golden Chariot. Okay. We bow our heads and apologize to all players who have suffered any sort of discomfort due to this additional option and ability situation. We will take greater care to prevent repeating the same problem in the future. Yes, you will. Because this is like a lot of lost revenue by having to give this much. You know, a lot of times I'm like, oh, when next one gives you free stuff, it's actually to kind of like trick you into playing more and just like eventually them getting more stuff out of it. This is definitely not one of those times. They're definitely overcompensating like crazy here to make sure that people just don't leave and take their money somewhere else, which a lot of people, I think, already have done. The vac pet cannot be revived, but it's 3 months basically, so 3 months of non-stop kind of farming for me, baby. No, it's not going to be 3 months of non-stop kind of farming for you, because the death penalty on the experience penalty on death is going to be gone by that time. So if you're not going to be non-stop kana farming unless you're like prepping 15 kanas at level 243 fully funded, so you can move the pet from one to the next one over and over. Or you're going to like a level 275 area. You're gonna have vac pet withdrawals after 90 days. Oh, hardcore, yeah. Yeah, having to go back from a VACPAT to a regular looting pattern is gonna be struggling. This is like kind of when you finally move into double screens for your PC, and then through reasons outside of your control, you have to move back to one computer screen. Oh god. Oh, it's impossible. It's like how can I fit all of the necessary information onto one? That can't happen. Does the arcane weapon give set bonus? Yeah, it would count for set bonus, yeah. Going from 2 screens to working on your laptop? Ugh. Yeah. How different is the VACPAT? There's a certain range. There's a pretty big range. Like, let's say that you guys all know CLP, right? If you're in the middle platform of CLP and the VACPAT is like on the platform, it loots all 3 of the platforms. It just walks around in the middle platform and everything just kind of like everything kind of gets sucked. That's about the range of the VACPAT. So it doesn't work in every single map, but for CLP, it's like perfect. You just stand in the middle of CLP and your pet just loots everything. You don't even have to walk around. The only thing you'll have to walk around is like the top left and the top right corner. You won't quite reach those from the middle platform. Use the arcane weapon to go 22-star on your arc. Easy boom recovery. No, you can't use it for anything like that. All of those fake items, fake weapons, fake dominators, whatever, you cannot use them to anvil. You cannot use them to star force. You cannot use them to transfer hammer into or transfer hammer from. They're like stuck like that. The only thing you can do, and I did that in a clip that made it to Reddit with got like a few thousand views, is you can take 2 fake Absolab items, for example, and you can fuse them together. But don't do that, because what you will get is a still fake Absolab item, but it'll come out with 0 stars, and it'll still be unable to upgrade, unable to cube, and you're just fuck. You're just now you have a fake Zolab that's even worse than the original one. So how does 0 get a fake arcane weapon? I believe you get the essence. You get like the arcane shade essence, and then you can turn your weapon into well, no, they wouldn't get that, right? Because you would then be able to turn like a 21-star or 22-star into it. They don't specify that here, though. Control F0. 0 is in here 0 times. 0 isn't in Korea? No, it is. It is. The Korea doesn't have Beast Hammer, they don't have Hayato, they don't have Kana, and they don't have Jet. But I do have the other ones. They could just give you the weapon. But you can't switch your weapon as a 0. You can't unequip it ever. You can't switch out weapons. I wonder how they will do that. This comp has nearly everything you need to set up a Kana farmer. Yeah, but again, a Kana farmer is gonna have a completely different value when this stuff. So for us, right, it'll make sense. But no, but actually, Irenia, you're actually right? Because we will probably get this compensation next week, and then you can do like another 3 months. Well, probably not 3 months. Maybe like. Maybe you can do the full 3 months until Neo comes out, right? Because we have until Neo until it changes. So you might be right. And then after Neo, you'll have to do like a complete new take, because not only are you not going to start dying from suiciding, you're also going to be without the VACPAT at that point. But yeah, so this is what everything that KMS is getting. Whether we're getting the exact same thing is not yet confirmed in GMS. Historically, though, GMS is not really a server to say, oh, we're just going to redo everything and do like our own research and our own level of stuff. Not because they're lazy or anything, but because they don't get the resources from KMS to do stuff like that. So typically they just copy paste whatever. If they also decide to copy paste this, hopes are... Wait, how long is KMS taking to implement all of this. This is from the, well, yeah, this is from earlier today, so it's from the 5th. And they're going to apply it on the 11th, right? The heartfelt stuff, and this is all on the... So it is possible that we won't get this yet for our March 10th update. That might be too early. Maybe they can do it by then. And then if they can't, it'll probably have to be for an update after that. Maybe on the 17th or something. Oh, no. 18th, right? Because it will be a maintenance rather than a patch. But yeah, so we're all ears. We're all waiting for either Ghibli or one of the... producers for MapleStory to give us the green light on what we will be getting and when that's going to go live. So it should be interesting to see which part of these they keep, which part of these they don't. A 3-month fact pat would be interesting. It would definitely be an experience. And... man, imagine if this is a tradable voucher. You should just get it in non-reboot and then just trade it for like a bunch of money and then transfer it back to Maple Points. But yeah, it'll definitely depend. For some classes, it won't be that useful at all because you're still going to move around pretty much through the map and your rates are going to be roughly the same. But for some maps, it could literally just double your income. So depending on what character you're training, where you're training, etc., etc., and if we get it or not, of course, this could shape like your next months a little bit more. GMS, fuck all this. Here's a large bebe box. Well, I would expect at least 2 large bebe boxes, okay? Come on, be a little reasonable at least. If you're level 200 and get the symbols, is it worth just dumping them into Vanishing Journey symbol or try to grind to open as many of the area's symbols as possible? I would try to, if we get this and everything, and you have one character that you can use it on, I would try to get to 220 and use it in Lachaline. You'll have quite some time to do that. Of course, the further the area, the better, quote unquote. Like, it would be either Lachaline or then Morass or Asphera would be the best to throw it in, because those areas get the lowest amount per day in reboot, and you know, with decent, with a relatively normal startup, and therefore that would be the best time, the best areas to use those symbols on. I wouldn't use them on Vanishing Journey. Wouldn't use them on Choo Choo, because those are getting more symbols as well in Neo. An extra 8 a day on Vanishing Journey and an extra 4 a day on Choo Choo because of the pre-quest completion in Reverse City and in Yam Yam Island. It's mostly Lachaline that's very bad early on because you just got 4 a day, and then you have to do Dream Defender early on, which is pretty steep requirements early on if you're just very, very new. And then Arcana gets you a lot as well, so you would skip that if you can. And then Morass and Asphera only give you up to 8 a day. Which is, you know, basically the thing that keeps you in Vanishing Journey forever. Sorry, in Arcane River forever until you're fully maxed out. So I wouldn't use them in Vanishing Journey, you know. Just a big wet Scardor kiss for all the GMS players. Honestly, that'd be overcompensating. What do you think about Real Axe Gunner? Went from playing the Shroom game on 2 computers and now he's playing on 3 computers simultaneously. Try hard. I mean, if he wants to do that, he can do that, right? Just go floor 100 Dream Defender. Yeah. Typically, by the time I get to floor 100 is around the time where I max the Lachaline symbol. What's the better maps currently in Arcana? CLP seems to blow. Yeah, CLP is too small, doesn't have enough monsters. And at this point, because of all the skills and the 4 or 5th job skills you have so much coverage and so much AoE and just so much firepower in most classes that you need bigger maps with more monsters on them, and you can actually make use of those over something like CLP. CLP will always stay somewhat popular because it's the easiest, like, lazy map where you can just sit in one spot and just hold down one button, and without really paying much attention, you can still get decent rates. So that's why that map will always have some kind of it'll always be somewhat populated, right? But if you're somewhat active and you're more, you know, just engaged in your training and farming, then there's a bunch of other maps that are better that you can get way better rates on for sure. How much stronger is a 15-star fake Arcane compared to 17-star Abzo? How much stronger? Well, it's like it's 4. Is it like 13? Is it 26 attack from 15 to 17? 15. $15 to $16 on Abzo. Hang on, what am I looking at here? Stat boosts. Is this weapons? Total stats. 15. Oh, 13 stat and 10. Oh yeah, 13 was on 200, yeah. So it's 9 attack and then 18. Wait, what? Really? Oh no, that's the total. So it's 18 attack. So it's 18 attack more because of the 2 stars, but the base attack is God, how much more base attack is Arcane versus Abzo? It's like 40% more? So for most, it's going to be somewhere between 30... Like the lowest is going to be 30 weapon attack more. For most of it, it's going to be 60 to 80 weapon attack more. And then for mages, it's going to be like 100 plus magic attack more, I believe. So the total extra attack is going to be somewhere extra from like plus 20 to plus 80 probably with the Arcane versus the... Yeah. And then because the base stats are 40% higher, the flames are going to be 40% higher. The flames themselves are going to overcompensate for the change already by like 2x. The flames are going to be like this to double this better. And then on top of that, you have the base stats of like 30 to 40-ish to like 100 extra on mage weapons. So like the 15-star Arcane is gonna... that's why I think the fake Arcane only has 15 stars, because it's gonna have so much more weapon and magic attack than a 17-star Abzo. Although of course the 17-star Abzo gets you into the set bonus quicker with a lot of weapon attack there, so that kind of goes into the equation a bit as well. And the fake Arcane is probably not gonna be... you're probably not gonna get a fake Arcane on an item and then immediately get like an Arcane set bonus there. That's not very likely to happen. But the potential's the same? Yeah, the potentials are the same. Or... wait, there weren't legendary potentials last time, right? Oh no, it has legendary potential. So the potentials aren't exactly the same, right? Because the fake Zolab has unique potential. So it's like a little bit... it's the higher tier, but the same lines. So it's like... is it 40 boss, 12 crit, 12 damage? Something like that? Abzo Knuckle has 235 plus flames and 15. Abzo 15. Arcane Knuckle has 305. Yeah, so it's like 70-ish. Yeah. So for like a Knuckle, it's 70. For a Claw, it's probably around 50. For two-handed weapons and spears and stuff, it's probably like 85 to maybe 90. And then for magical weapons, it's going to be over 100. Yeah. How much memory is MapleStory supposed to use? I think the standard is around a little bit like this. Yeah, a little bit higher, like around 1.1 if you load it. Anywhere between 1.1 and 1.8 is probably fine. But if you get like closer to 1.9 and above that, then you're in the danger zone for sure. And then it's a good thing to just reset your game if you're planning on doing a long training session or a boss. Yeah, 1.8 is when you want to start keeping an eye on it. 35 boss, 12 damage, 12 crit. Okay, so pretty close. Oh, the 35 boss stays because it's both the prime line for unique and for legendary, right? No, for unique it would be 30. Oh, it is 30. It goes from 30 to 35, doesn't go up to 40, right? If you compare tier 6 versus tier 6 flames, it's an extra 40 attack difference. Yeah. Okay, so I was roughly ballpark, yeah. On 1.8, you just got a side path. If you're planning on being in the side path for like hours, probably ask someone else to keep your map for like 5 minutes while you relog and prep, and then take it back from them. That's probably a good thing to do. You're on 0.8. Yeah, I've noticed that sometimes you go lower requirements as well. Sometimes it happens because you're in the cache up or something. But if you're too much lower, then you're like doing the opposite of memory leaking, which is also not good, which also it means that your game is less stable than usual. Okay, well, tell me what you guys think about all of this. How do you stand with all of that? Do you think this is more fair? This is still not good enough? Do you think, which pieces do you think we will be getting in GMS? Which ones do you think we will not be getting? Which ones do you think we should be getting or should not be getting? Do I think I'll be getting the same compensation? They might tweak like 1 or 2 items, but I think generally we'll get the exact... I don't know if we'll get the same for this heartfelt apology thing. I don't know if we'll get exactly the same here. I'm like 99.999% sure that the stuff before that, when it comes to flames and invulnerability, that we get the same. I'm pretty sure of that. Whether we get the same this year, I'm not sure. We'll have to see that. Not enough, you want 300% compensation. Seems reasonable. Yeah, we'll have to see if they do the same. But so rather than if you think, like, I don't even think the fact that whether or not I believe that we are entitled to this compensation, I don't think that's even part of the question. It's more like, would it be easier for them to just copy paste and cut their losses than come up with a whole new regimen and plan for GMS and then maybe give us a little bit less that we would also settle for? I don't think they're going to go through all of that. I think I'll just blanket copy paste it, I think. But I missed the VACPAT part for reboot. Guess I'll have to watch the YouTube video. Oh, it's right here. The Sherbet Pet 90-day voucher. Apparently it's not revivable, but it is can be used in both normal worlds and reboot worlds. It says right here. So it's gonna be a little cute kitty. Yeah, people said that it's non-revivable. It doesn't say here, but I think that makes sense, and that also makes me think that it's not something that we shouldn't get. If it's like a perma VACPAT for reboot, that will I don't know, that would start being a little bit weird. It's not revivable because if it would be broken in reboot. Well, I mean, I don't think that's a good enough reason to say that it will that it won't be, because they could do things that would break things. They've done that before. Familiars. Yeah. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I'll include the links and the relevant links and these links down below as well. Although these are all linked in Max's original posts. Make sure you swing by his website as well, Max's website. He does really good stuff with this. This is all very well done. The translations, everything combined into one easy to follow file. Make sure you whitelist him, that you check those ads. Do we have any ads? No ads right now. But he is whitelisted. Look at that. Blocker, not engaged, okay? But yeah, let me know what you guys think. And I'll see you guys live on stream. Peace.